So the first of the movements is called Daughter in the Valley, and it's the pair of Daughter in the Mountaintop. So Daughter in the Mountaintop, your hands come up and in and vector around. Daughter in the Valley, the difference in the hands is that instead of starting here, you start up here. So it's a similar kind of palms open facing forward, except in this case, they're just kind of, again, kind of, you can see where my hands are. They're not way up here in front of me, just kind of a comfortable kind of place in front of your chest that you're going to start from. And the movement is going to be coming down, and I'm going to go sideways again so you can see the depth of it, somewhere down into that kind of just in front of your pelvis, just below the belly button, kind of Danchen area, coming down, and you can see my fingers are going to be somewhat angled down. They're not going to be totally down like the bass drum, but there's somewhat of a downward kind of movement in my wrist this way. And then as I come up, I'm gathering an energy ball in the center. So let me come forward and give you that feel once again of that slightly curved hands that are just kind of feeling like here's something I can engage with. And then you're going to be coming up with that ball until you come up in front of your shoulder. It's like it's almost as if you were bringing up like a fountain of energy or water. You kind of let it release, but it's kind of as if it's continued up and out in front of you with that motion. So it really helps give your hands a sense of what you're bringing up and releasing, and then coming around and gathering it again, feeling that engagement and that release like that. Okay, so let's try that. Sinking into your right foot, left heel turns out and forward, hands coming up somewhere, and you can see if you look at me, it's kind of like a comfortable place for me, is somewhere probably just outside of my shoulders. That's probably going to make sense for most of you as well. And then forward, gather in front of your pelvis, and now you're at your full forward place. And then as you come back, by the time you get fully back, you're back at your starting place again. Forward and back. Like that. Let's just see what it's like to just drop into that, engaging that energy ball and back again. And as you start to drop into the rhythm of this, you can start to do a little bit of a scan back through your body, starting with feeling how your feet are engaging on the floor. Full foot on the front, full foot on the back, heel up on the back, toe up on the front. I'm just going to go through a few extra movements of this so that you can just focus on your lower body for a second. As you go back, your front leg straightens out. As you go forward, your back leg straightens out and the heel comes up with it. It's very kind of natural feeling. Let's go through it one more time. And also notice how you're arching in your lower back there a little bit and flattening in your lower back here. Now let's slow it right down. As you're flattening your lower back here, your heel comes in, your hands come up above the waist level again, and back to your gentle resting position. Okay, so now let's try that on the opposite side. So sinking into the left foot. Right foot turns on the ball of the foot and the heel comes forward. Once again, a really good test for like the more you are able to kind of let that flattening happen. In this case, the foot will come out to just the right spot. You won't be too far forward. And hands come up in front of your shoulders about here and forward. Gather the ball and back. And there's that real sense of release at the top, and then slow gathering until you're really connected here. So that all the way around, even here, your hands are actually in that gathering release cycle where you're in the feel of releasing here and then already beginning to get the feel of gathering there. Gathering and releasing. And here's the arching in your lower back a bit. Here's the flattening in your lower back a bit. Okay. And we'll do one more time. And as you come back, you can see you're already kind of up here. You come back a little bit further, step in, and then your hands come down to that graceful resting position. Just letting the charge move down. So those are the two daughters put together now. We had Daughter in the Mountaintop. You actually start at the bottom so that as you come up and in, that's coming up to the mountaintop, and then the Daughter in the Valley actually stops at the top and heads down into the valley. Right? So those are the two kind of circular motions that engage with each other. There isn't anything quite like that in the rest of this, but what you'll see is this gives you a really nice prep for the next movement, which is going to be our first sidestepping movement.